What's poppin', fam? Welcome to Don't Touch My Mindset, a podcast that is designed to uplift, inspire, and motivate you, and most importantly, share tools to help you protect that mindset. What's poppin', fam? Yo, I am so excited to be back. Welcome to Mindset number 2 of season 3. I am your host, Jay Chase. What up? Yo, thank you so much for rocking with me. We are out in Hawaii. We're chilling. It is beautiful. We are on the island of Kauai, taking a little break. We have been going so hard in the paint with Don't Touch My Mindset, with the workshop, with the merch drop. Head over to the website and go check out season 2 merch. Cop that before you take it down. So we are going to do merch and seasonal drops, which is really going to be fun. So we get to recreate and use our creativity every season. So like I said in the last episode, we are bringing you break the cycle, the becoming of a legacy, and where that really starts and what that really looks like. And so what I believe that really starts with is character development. So last season I talked about personal development, and God really set me down and broke me down and took me back to the basics of it and said it starts within. So this week's mindset is character development. Yo, I love you guys. This mindset is going to get you right to determine the height of your personal growth, your personal development. It all starts with your character development. You can't build a building that is 50 stories high and you only go 800 feet down, 600 feet down. You need a solid, deep foundation that is built on bedrock. So I'm going to tell you about the growth gaps today. Yo, let's dive. Thank you. Please rate the show. If this is your first time here, press the follow button. Thank you. If anything resonates from this episode, share it with a friend. I love you guys. So I definitely want to start by saying that the specifics of growth and character development changes from person to person. But I truly believe that the principles of it are the same for every person. So what I'm going to teach you is like the approach to the worthy goal of growth and character development and how to get there and where people get most stuck and how to get over that. It's quite interesting because experience is the teacher of all things. Go out and do it. We can sit here and talk about it all the time, but I believe that there is so much disconnection between self-awareness and self-action. Awareness, action, acceleration, automation. Once you change something you do every single day, that's when your life will change. When you become aware of that thing you need to change, then you start changing it, and then it becomes automation, and then your life is on a different course than what it is now. But back to that saying, did you know that according to like one expert, the earliest recorded version of experience is the teacher of all learnings came from Roman Emperor Julius Caesar? So that means that people have been using that saying for over 2,000 years. I believe we all have potential. I believe that we all have greatness within us. We just have to extract it. So when it comes to character development and the growth gaps that people mainly fall into, I touched a little bit on it last season in accidental growth, but the biggest one is the assumption gap. Many people seem to assume that they just grow through going through life, such as growing physical, spiritual, emotional, that it'll just happen as we get older. And it's just simply not true. Your growth is accidental. You stay in the same spot and you never learn how to love on a deeper capacity. So it's something. Charlie Brown fell for The assumption gap. He said, hey, Snoopy, I think I figured life out. You just hang around till you're okay with it or something like that. And I'm like, what? That's a prime example of the assumption gap that so many of you just fall into. And that's okay. That's the biggest misconception about growth. So like I said in last season, if you haven't checked it out, accidental growth, we're going to make that shift from accidental growth to intentional growth. And the second biggest one is the knowledge gap. I don't know how to grow. If you are clear with what you want, the world will respond with clarity. You have to understand what it is that you want out of life, what direction you want to go, who you want to be, the type of legacy that you want to leave. Like you gotta understand that, grasp that. Many people only learn from the school of hard knocks. So painful experiences teaches them lessons the hard way. And then they get auto-adjusted to this direction or course of life. And it takes them so much longer to fulfill their potential that God has gifted them with. Knowledge gap. So we're going to avoid that one. I don't know how to grow. You just simply figure out what it is you want to grow in, and you start. Life lessons make people change. Sometimes for the better and sometimes for the worse. It's much better to plan your growth intentionally. You decide where you need to grow. You choose how you will grow, and you follow through with that discipline and going at your own pace that you set. Like I said, this is deeper than personal growth or outward growth. This is character growth. This is character development. And a lot of people fall for the timing gap. It's not the right time to begin. If this was different, or if that was different, or if X, Y, Z happened, just not right now. That's not true. Most people don't act as quickly as they should on things, and they find themselves subject to the law of diminishing intent. Which is honestly just saying the longer you wait to do something that you should do now, the greater odds that you'll never actually do it. So the timing gap, people get stuck there and they don't actually go after the growth that they seek or desire. This is my favorite, that a lot of people fall into, the mistake gap. The mistake gap, simply saying I'm afraid of making mistakes. Everything that we do, we will eventually make a mistake in. Growing means admitting that you don't have the answers. It's required for you to make mistakes. Character development, when you're going deep on yourself, when you're trying to understand yourself, you want to know why you tick, why you do the things that you do, why you love the things you love, why you hate the things that you hate. When you're going deep like that and you don't have the answers, you're going to make a mistake. And that's okay. If you want to grow, if you want to do any character development, you need to get over any fear you have of making mistakes. Because a mistake is simply another way of doing things. To become intentional about growing, expect mistakes every day and welcome them as a sign that you're moving in the right direction. That, I learned something new. I know that that's not the way you do it. I truly believe that a mistake is just simply a different way of doing things. But that's just me. So take what resonates and leave the rest. But it hurts when I see people fall into the mistake gap. And then you have the perfection gap. I don't know how to turns into I have to find the best way before I start, which is very similar to the mistake gap. That you're scared of making mistakes. You think you have to have it right. You think you have to do it this way, X, Y, Z. You don't know the answers. What can I say? You ain't got the answers, Sway. Like, you don't understand that you just have to start. The next one that I want to tell you guys about is the inspiration gap. That's why I'm here. It's I don't feel like doing it. Motivation to keep doing things comes after you start. And this makes it easy for you to keep going. So you have to start to find the motivation, inspired action, find what gets you moving. Like that's something that I really, really tell people, is that Just start today. If the motivation's going to come, the discipline's going to come, the automation's going to come. I really want you guys to dive deep. If you want to be the best version of you, like I always say, I truly believe that there's a group of individuals out there that will not be what they're supposed to be until you become the best version of you. And so we can go down that journey together. No one can create or produce great things who is not thoroughly sincere in dealing with themselves. That's why I say environment check. That's why I say wellness check. That's why I say we have to go deep. We got to do character development. Then we do personal development. Then we do professional development. That's why I'm going to introduce to you guys the 7 equities of life as well this season. So I'm like, there's so much that we can do to become the best versions of ourselves, and we got to keep working at that. I just pray that you guys stay passionate about growing, passionate about leveling up, passionate about making today the best day or the best life that you can possibly have. I want today to be the best day of the rest of your life, always, and make today every day. I love you guys so much. Thank you for rocking with me. Just a little recap. You have the assumption gap, the knowledge gap, the timing gap, the mistake gap, the perfection gap, and the inspiration gap. It is so vital that if we find ourselves in a rut, if we find ourselves in those gaps, that we make the adjustment quickly and we start pressing forward. Thank you so much for rocking with me. We are back on Sunday with another pivotal moments. And then we're back again on Wednesday. I'm having a lot of fun. If you haven't subscribed, please go to Don't Touch My Mindset. Go get the pivot guide, understand the pivot mindset, and also subscribe to the weekly wellness checks, dude. We're doing weekly wellness checks, so go subscribe, go become part of the family. I love you guys. Until next time, until we speak again, stay focused, stay inspired, stay connected, and please, don't let anyone touch your mindset.